2019 Greater Hartford Open. I'm Ian Anderson, joined by my friend Mo Bahrani. How's it going, Mo?
It's going great, Ian, in beautiful Manchester, Connecticut. It's the greater.
Connecticut is beautiful.
Yeah, Connecticut is one of the prettiest states. Honestly, like there's all these state parks. It's so cool. It's actually a really great place to live.
All right. Well, here is your feature card for round one. Got Brian Earhart, Matt Bell, Cameron Messerschmidt, and local Brandon Shaw on the card. Kind of fun.
Yeah. B-Shaw, so everyone just calls him B-Shaw, and I did a double take when they told me his name is Brandon, because I was like, wait, you have a first name? I'm just so used to calling him B-Shaw.
Aren't those moments so funny?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, where are we going on hole one, though?
Hole one from this pro pad that they don't play usually. You're throwing out over this, all that tall grass to your left is OB, and you're just trying to get anywhere in here. Once you just get into this short grass, it's a pretty simple approach to what is admittedly like a pretty tiny green, but at that level, when you're like 150 feet away, it should be a pretty simple pitch up. The difficulty is all in this drive.
Matt Bell on the box, ripping out a hyzer flip.
And that looks just mint. Yeah, in the short grass. That's all you want on this first one. It's a pretty soft par 4 for anybody who can clear the OB. It just takes a big shot to clear the OB.
Gotcha. This is Cameron?
Cameron Messerschmidt, yeah. Really cool dude. Unsponsored. So, Innova Discraft. Pay attention. This guy could be a walking billboard for you. That shot, unfortunately, does find the Pine Chips OB.
Gotcha. I just didn't get quite the flip he needed on that thing to carry the OB.
Mm-hmm.
We got our friend Brian Earhart right here.
Dude, one of the best guys on tour.
Huge fan of this guy.
Yeah. So it's kind of a tough lefty hole because you
fade away from the basket.
Fade away from the basket. So I asked Brian about it. He's like, yeah, I'm just going to throw straight and far. And he's in a really good spot now.
He sure is. And Brandon Shaw, up last but not least.
Yeah, ripping on a Z-Force, I'm pretty sure here.
Looks like he's working through little knee issues we heard.
Yeah. He's kind of been not playing as consistently as I know he would like, but one of the best throwers in Connecticut.
Cool. Should be fun to watch.
Cameron went OB, so he's throwing from the tee that actually all the other divisions are playing.
Oh, okay. It's the drop zone tee.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's a great shot from there.
Yeah, it gets inside the green, and that's how close B-Shaw was to being out of bounds.
Oh, wow.
You can see how, it's like if it was the other side of the brick, so he would have been clearly in, but because it's the outside edge of the bricks, it was really close.
Gotcha.
But he was ultimately safe.
Well, happy to see that. All right, Brian with his second shot. Wow.
Nearly puts it in. Brian's one of the best frisbee throwers I feel like on tour. You know what I mean? Like that was like a real frisbee toss, kind of throwing to your buddy on that one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nice up shot right there. Maybe a little bit long. So is that OB if you go long?
Yeah. I mean, there's a little fence there, so it would be hard to do, but
Gotcha.
It is OB. Yeah, everything outside of that little fence area around.
I see it now. Yeah, it's hard to see the actual fence.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, good putt from Brandon to start his day. And Matt Bell, known for his long-range throw-in, got pretty close on his, but he'll still be looking at a birdie. There's Cameron. Saves par, right?
Yeah. That's a really tough shot from the drop zone. That would be like a 2 for any other division, like a birdie 2.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't even look at that long tee, dude. It's so intimidating because you can't even see anything because you're on the top tier of the parking lot, so you're kind of aiming into the abyss. It's really scary shot. It's why I'd never play open at this event. I'm always playing M1.
You're not trying to throw a B on your first drive of the tournament?
No. Although everyone, it's a hard drive even from the normal tee. I think it's at least 300 to clear it, which is a lot for most normal people. If you come to Wickham, please play if you're playing for the first time, please play the short rec pad, which is there for you. So because that grass gets really long in the summer, and then people spend hours in there looking for their frisbees.
Oh, that's so fun. Pretty good start for the card right there. 3 birdies. Cameron saving the par after the OB drive. Nice to see that. Is going to take us into hole 2. Where are we going?
Hole 2 is really cool. I think it's one of my favorite holes on the course. You can go left or right of this first initial big tree. The drone is flying the hyzer route. There's OB all the way on the left, though, so you can see the white flags. So playing the hyzer kind of is safer because it avoids the OB, but you get to cut a ton of distance if you just go over it the whole way.
Nice risk-reward options here.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Bell playing the hyzer line. As a Matt Bell will do.
Yeah.
The man loves throwing hyzers. Man.
If Matt Bell has the option, he will throw the hyzer. He's like Saimond, but like not as big.
Yes. That's a very, very good description. And Brian, lefty line, gets to cheat and cross the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'll play.
Yeah, that's mint.
Nice shot, Brian. See where B shot puts this thing. Uh-oh.
Yeah, he kind of fluffed it.
Is it going to get enough?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, plenty of distance. It's only about 280, I think, to clear that OB.
Gotcha.
But it's always really scary when you fluff it and you're like, oh gosh.
Cameron up for the forehand line here. He does have a great one. Pretty safe.
Yeah, that'll work out fine. This is actually the alternate pin. You can see the all the normal pins have like trash cans over them, so you can see them out there.
Okay. Now there's Brandon just laying up for his par. We got Cameron with a tough look for a 2. He wanted that one.
Yeah, great look.
Mm-hmm. And Matt Bell, former world champ putter. We're contractually obligated to mention that.
Yeah, you don't become a world champ putter and miss that putt. You know what I mean? Like,
Nope. See if Brian can keep up. Oh yes, he can.
good hit, Bri. He's putting with bangers.
Bangers?
Yeah.
There's Brandon coming back. Like Cameron will do the same here in a hot second. Those will be a couple pars. I love Brian's shirts he's always got, man.
Oh, man.
The man has got style.
The best on tour. He's got, yeah, exactly. They're always like, I feel like there's like they're like Kramer shirts, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't see any shirt that Brian Earhart is wearing, I wouldn't be surprised to see Kramer also wear on an episode of Seinfeld.
Fair enough, man. He and Matt getting some good starts there, 2 through 2 as we head into hole 3.
Yeah, hole 3, one of the tightest shots off the tee on the entire course. It's really, really intimidating right off the tee, but then it kind of opens up a little bit, and then you have this green here, just pretty wide. It's a pretty wide open 336-foot uphill shot. It's just so intimidating because the tunnel is really narrow.
I agree with that statement. Matt Bell has the box still. That is piped.
That is really, 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 really good.
Is that a pipeline?
I'm not sure, actually. I think that was a tsunami, possibly.
Tsunami? Okay. Brian, the lefty flick. Oh, this looks beautiful, too.
Yeah, these guys are flaying this gap. Like, I can't be emphasized enough how difficult this shot is.
Oh, man. They make gaps look way easier than they are. See if Brandon can hit it so nicely. Oh, no, Mo.
And the world's worst kick.
My goodness.
Even he's laughing about it.
Welcome to the East Coast, Mo.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
Dude, nice shot
Cameron.
by Cameron. Yeah.
Get up there. Oh, that's fine.
Those first 2 trees they're not in the way, but they are definitely in the way. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like they're not in the way until you hit them and you're like, good Lord, I didn't realize I aimed that far left and right, like a foot off the tee.
Here is Brandon in scramble mode. Oh, gosh. He's still got some work here to do. This is his 3rd, laying up for a chance for a 4. Is he close?
That's going to be tricky.
Ooh.
He's going to have a little bit of work to do. Probably inside the circle, but like obstructed.
Sure. Cameron came up a little bit short right. He's just pitching up for his par, and he'll take one with that. Matt Bell, he wants this one.
Never a doubt, dude.
Just Matt Bell things, man. Love it.
He's a much more like impressive putter in person. Like I've never seen him actually play in person before. Oh, Brian just missed. Yeah. I've never seen him play in person, and like when you watch him on video, you're like, yeah, he's just normal pitch putter. But when you see him in person, this guy's like on the pole every single time, and it's like the rhythm is so good.
Mm-hmm. Even when he's like 100 out, I half expect him to throw him in half the time. I get like Barsby vibes off those 100-footers from him.
100%.
That was Brandon, unfortunately missing his 4. He will drop in a 5. That is Brian cleaning up a 3, as will Cameron. Matt Bell, stroke on the card.
Yeah, huge stroke on the card. Stroke on the field, honestly. So this hole used to be a par 4, and there was one tiny little tree right in the middle of the fairway. They took out the tree and made it a par 3. Like the distance, like the difficulty of the shot, like barely changed, and they were just like, it's a par 3 now. Good luck, guys.
Yeah, it's 336. You can't par 4 that on a straight line.
For sure.
Like, yeah, you got to throw a dog leg or two in there if you want a par 4.
Yeah, I think that tree coming out really made it a very fair par 3.
We are still in the woods here, Mel.
Yeah.
Going to hole 4.
One of the ones that there's one hole like this on every course in Connecticut. I feel like where it's just like less than 200 feet straight in front of you. Just like, can you throw straight?
And not everybody can or will probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Matt Bell with a beautiful little hyzer flip catches the Guardian logs, but that's a putt he can make.
Yeah, it's still like hitting the logs is actually like a very reasonable play. It only puts you about 15 out.
Yeah, I guess it stops you from going long.
Mm-hmm.
Brian? Buddy. What a shot.
He's probably just playing ultimate with his buddies, right? Like that's just ultimate throw all day.
Playing some catch. Cameron with the extreme flex forehand.
Yeah, I think people try and make this hole more difficult than it is. Like, I mean, that worked out. That was fine. But, like, it's just right there. Like, people kind of outsmart themselves on this one a little bit, I think.
I can see that. Brandon? See if you can float it over there. Come back from that 5. Oh, no, that didn't happen. Oh, Brandon.
Same kick as hole 3, just, like, as far right as possible.
Oh, he almost... Oh, no. Oh, my gosh,
it's
man.
It's a roller coaster of emotion for B.
It really is. This is quite exciting in the wrong way for Brandon. Oh, exciting in the right way for Matt, though, with a great birdie again. He is... Is he 4 for 4?
He's 4 for 4.
Wow. Where I'm from, that's good.
I forgot to do the gobble gobble.
You're fired. Cameron with a nice putt right there. Getting his birdie. Oh, good putt, Brandon.
It would have been
so easy to miss.
Yeah, really easy to be tilted and miss that one. But
absolutely.
Especially this one, it's like a par 2.
Yeah, you can see the knees bothering a little bit. He's got a little hitch in the giddy up.
Yeah, for sure. Bishaw has been one of the best players in Connecticut for a really long time, and it's really cool to see him on this feature card. He plays for Team Wick in the New England Team Challenge, so it's really cool to get some local representation on this feature card.
Nice. There's Bell, 4 for 4. Getting it going as we head into hole 5.
Yeah, such a classic Connecticut / New England hole. Just a million trees, 306 feet downhill down this really narrow tunnel. This tree that you're passing just to your right, this tiny skinny one, that gets a lot of discs. And then the basket's on this little elevated platform here. Really, really, really difficult, demanding shot. The gap is just so precise. It's really hard to hit properly.
Yeah, what is this line? Is it turnover or turnover backhand?
I think like the turnover backhand putter is the best play. But I think the sidearm's just so much safer. Like this can go wrong in so many ways. But
yeah,
I mean, Matty Bell got down there enough. He's just outside circle 1.
Okay, well he'll make that putt.
Just count it up 5 for 5.
Count it. Brian,
I love this
keep
line.
drifting on him.
Just got caught up on the right side or the left side. Yeah.
Hopefully you can save a par from there, though. It looks like you can navigate to the green.
Yeah, it's fairly downhill, so pretty much anywhere you are, if you get down there, you can just like jump putt there.
Cameron going for the forehand line. Okay, that's pretty good.
That's really good, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Really good. Stop dead in its tracks.
Sure
It's a really subtle sidearm. You can't just throw like straight hyzer the whole way.
Oh, no.
I feel like that's 3 holes in a row now. Bishaw has gotten like the worst kick to the right possible.
Yeah, it is nasty. Oh, that was a great out from there, Brandon.
Yeah,
wow.
Absolutely.
That is going to be a heck of a par save if he makes that putt. There is Brian just laying up for his par. We got Matt Bell. You know he's chasing this thing down.
Oh, bye. Hit it. Yeah.
A little too much want, but that's some good trees right there.
Yeah, there's actually OB back there if you cross into the grass field.
Oh, really?
That's a fairway for a different hole. So.
Oh, dang. There is Cameron with a stroke on the card with the birdie.
Like Innova, imagine right now that there's an Innova logo on his back. Like, that's sponsor this man.
I feel like, has he been sponsored before?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I was so surprised.
He's been on the program a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a par save from that guy, man.
Yeah, he's been grinding. Like, I feel like, for how bad it has felt, it's except for the 5-on-3, it's just been like pars, right? Like, he's not like losing a ton.
Yeah, no, not at all. Yeah, after the kick, he's been playing well.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. There is Cam with that stroke of the card, getting a 2 down. Matt Bell leading the crew with that 4. He's terrible now. He parred. He lost it.
But hang it up, Matt.
Hopefully he can get it back here on hole A.
Hole A. Yeah. So after 5, you cross 6's fairway and you go to the alphabet loop, A, B, C, D. Hole A, I think, is the signature hole on this course. It's just one of the coolest shots. You throw this big any turnover shot that maybe if it flexes out, you get a little bit of extra D to this really pretty green down in like this alcove here. Just a really, really fun shot to just blast out over the field. You do have a bit of elevation to work with, too.
Cam smashing that forehand, man.
And he actually kind of over smashed it. That's one of the problems with the sidearm is if you keep it straight for too long, it goes into the woods on the back there. So
yeah, we'll see if he can get to the pin from there. It doesn't look likely. Matt Bell looks to be fading a little earlier than Cameron did. Oh, that is choice.
Yeah, he's down there. Anything down the hill is awesome.
Has Discraft Monthly filmed here, Mo?
Yes, they have.
I feel like I recognize the A thing from one of those old videos.
Yeah, they absolutely have. Yeah, this tournament used to be kind of a big deal. Macbeth came here after he won it. Oh, my God, Brian Earhart.
What? Oh, dude. Wow. He could have skipped right by the basket, no?
Yeah, he could have joined Paige Pierce as the only person to ever ace this hole.
Oh, man. This is Paige's longest ace then.
Yeah, Paige Pierce aced this hole, dude. Just conceptualize. Like, you can't see the pin from where you are. Just like imagine throwing an ace on this hole.
Wow.
With chain star baskets. Not like it had to be perfect.
That is incredible. Oh, great out from Cameron, man.
Yeah, he looked at that one for a while. Yeah.
I'm impressed by the line he found there. I believe that is Brandon pitching.
That was B. Shaw.
Okay. Oh, stop. Oh, no.
He did so well. That's so frustrating when you throw the roller and it's like perfect, but then it's too perfect.
It goes too good. Oh, man. Oh, that's stuck in there.
Dude, we got to check these putters. I feel like there's...
Oh, my God.
I feel like there's...
steroids in the putters?
Yeah, there's some sticky tack on there. We got to... There's something going on. There's something... Like, what was that movie, Flubber? I feel like there's some flubber being involved right now.
I think so, dude. Oh, Brandon tried to make a go of it, but that is going to bogey. Brian, after almost acing, coming back for his 2. Get it, Bri.
Bangers.
That's a great hit, too.
Yeah. Dude, 2 birdies on this hole is, like, unheard of. Like, this is such a good bird.
They're touring pros for a reason.
Yeah.
They're good at this whole disc golf thing. Oh, Cameron having second thoughts about that staying in, but it does. And Brandon will be dropping in a bogey here.
Yeah, I love this hole so much though. I think the backhand roller for the righty is like super fun. There's just there's so many cool shots you can throw, and Hartford, you can see the Hartford skyline kind of behind you the whole time. It's just a really, really cool shot.
Nice, man. Matt and Brian, some nice birdies. That's gonna lead us into.
Yeah, so they're playing the alt pin here, the much more difficult of the 2 pins. I think the only play really is a flex sidearm. Just kind of put any like overstable fairway driver out in the space and let it finish into the slope here.
Okay. Seems like a good idea. We'll see if they can execute. Matt Bell on the box. There is the flex, or the Annie part of the flex for him, but I don't think that faded, Mo.
Yeah, he parked the normal basket.
Did he? Whoops.
Yeah.
Great hole for Brian.
Yeah, just kind of gets the pull on something.
That was my bad, Bri.
Nice. I feel like, dude, lefties must hate it when they're like, "Oh, good lefty hole," because you don't say good righty hole, right?
Because they're mostly good righty holes.
Right.
This golf is not fair for the lefties, man.
No,
it really isn't. That's a pretty decent drive there from Cameron. See if he can manufacture a putt out of that bush. Brandon, looking for a 2. Oh man.
Now it's a kick left.
Oh.
You think the local would get some of the local love, but this has just been brutal.
It sure has. Was that Brandon pitching out right there?
It was, yeah.
Okay. Well, he's got a chance to save a par, which I didn't see coming after that drive.
Absolutely.
And see how close Brian can get. He kicked right of the fairway, quite short. That was great.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Yeah, I don't know that you could do much better from there. And Matt Bell, 120 out, still lining it up because that's Matt Bell.
So dangerous, dude.
He got close, but he will most likely par. Brian looking for his par save, not to be though.
Got a little bit of a roll too.
Did it really?
It is kind of on a little bit of a mound. Like, I mean, it's not like you wouldn't notice it until your disc starts rolling away.
Mm-hmm. And Brandon cannot save par, unfortunately, is going to bogey. This is Cameron, I believe, looking for a 2.
Oh, that little bit of shrubbage, I think, is
Yep.
what prevented that from going in.
Agreed. Fortunately, that side will make for an easy par, and he won't be losing strokes to anybody. And Brian, the bogey save.
Yeah, great putt.
Yep. See how far Matt went here. That looks like not too far.
Yeah. Yeah, that putt Brian made, I feel like, is one of the big pro-am separators, right? Like
Yeah.
the am is already putting for bogey, gets a little bit of a roll away, is a little tilted and misses that putt. The pro is just like solid and just makes it like it's any other putt. Doesn't care about what's going on.
I always felt like the 20 to 25 footer is like the most important shot to be good at in disc golf. Because it lets you run longer putts. You'll start making 40, 45 footers when you can consistently make 20, 25 footers.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Did she get stuck in the tree?
I have no idea what's
I think she did. A couple bogeys there, a couple pars. Matt Bell still leading the crew with that 5, with Brian and Cam not too far back. As we'll head into hole C, maybe? Yeah.
Hole C, yeah, ABC, right? It's par 3, 265 feet. Although I feel like it's the longest 265 on the planet. Like it plays really uphill, and then you go into the darkness here, and the pin is kind of hidden behind these trees here. It's kind of, you can pick a left or right gap. Most people just go right side because it's way more open than the left side. Again, the lefty getting shafted.
Did you see that kick for Matt right there?
Yeah.
That was Brandon that's going 100 feet right.
Yeah, exactly.
Matt kicks right on the disc golf line. Ooh, I like this play from Cam. We got basically a triple Mando with the ceiling. Oh.
Just unlucky, dude.
Just unlucky. Still putting.
Yeah, for sure. There's a bunch of little trees kind of scattered right in the fairway, so even after you pure the gap, it like you still can hit something.
Is this as good as it looks? Oh, it almost was. Oh, don't roll that way.
That's one of those trees that I was talking about,
Yep.
where it's like you hit the gap perfect, and then, oh, wait, there's like 3 more trees behind the gap that you can't see.
Brandon's fading early. Hopefully he gets lucky. He does not.
It's pretty thick in between the trees. Like, it's actually somewhat hard to get through there.
Yeah, agreed. That was a nice layup there from Brian. Can Brandon find a way through? There's a line. Nice.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah.
Good par save from there. And Cam lining up a look for a 2. Yep. Also looking at a par. Matt Bell after the kick of the year. Oh, cannot convert.
Yeah, he was as shocked as we are that he missed that one.
He's like, I'm Matt Bell. I make those.
Yeah, come on.
Matt Bell would never say that. He's like so humble and so quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the chillest dude. We actually we're talking a little bit about like where he's from. He's from Nevada City, which is not in Nevada. It's actually like in California in like the Tahoe region.
Uh-huh.
And he said that the county is like in the shape of a gun that is pointed at Nevada or something like, or pointed at Reno. Or I have to go.
Or
look
like
at
the city lines maybe or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I gotta go do my research. I hope that's not incorrect, but. He was telling me like there's like all kinds of cool history about where he's from. It was really interesting.
Yeah, no, he lived in Santa Cruz for a while. Was like a semi-pro surfer.
Mm-hmm.
He gives off surfer vibes.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Matt still kicking it at 5. We go into Demo.
Yeah.
Is it D time?
I won't make the jokes. You guys can hope to make them. So hole D, I think this one is purposefully made just to tilt touring professionals. Like, there's really no way to get there. You just kind of have to take a par on like a weird 291-foot hole. It's just a kind of wonky little, very New England-y hole.
Yeah, there's a lot of trees in what could be a fairway.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
I've seen like all kinds of different things like work. If you throw like a huge Sky Annie, I've seen like rollers. I've seen all kinds of things be attempted, but there's really just no way to get there on a normal golf line.
These shots have got to be higher though, don't they?
Exactly. Yeah, you have to be like challenging the OB very tightly the whole way.
Dang.
Oh, it's OB all to your right there.
Oh, is it really? I guess we can see why they're airing so far left then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have mentioned that at the beginning.
And Brian with the forehand roll. They're all ending up in this wooded area over here.
Yeah, exactly. It's really easy to push it long. Like, you can't understand how tight you have to play it until you've played the hole like a bunch of times.
Hopefully it comes in handy for Brandon here. I mean, that's the best of the bunch by far.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was definitely some local advantage there.
Yeah, agreed. Hopefully he can convert and get a 2 while everybody else takes a 3. Matt Bell, little forehand out. That was nice.
Yeah, so creative.
Yep. Always nice to have the forehand roller as an option. Oh no, Cameron will not be taking a 3, most likely anyway.
Yeah, he's going to have to work.
Brian, see if you can find a way to the basket. That will par. And here is is this Cameron or Brandon?
I think that's Cameron.
That's Cameron, yeah. And he is going to bogey, most likely anyway. And here is our first shot at a bird. Oh.
Good effort, Bishaw.
Yep. Wanted that one for him. There is Cam with the bogey cleanup. And we'll have a bunch of pars otherwise.
Yeah, I remember watching this on the old Disc Golf Monthly, and Cubby and Jimmy were joking about, like, yeah, sometimes you just put in a hole that no one's going to birdie. I was like, that's such an old school mentality, dude. Like, could you imagine? Yeah. Like, if they held, like, Worlds here or something, how much complaining would happen on this hole.
Yep.
But it's definitely, like, they could clear out, like, 2 or 3 trees and make it just, like, a pretty reasonable sidearm gap. But
agreed.
I don't think they want to do that. I think they like it the way it is.
Man, I remember the days when Disc Golf Monthly was like the only disc golf videos coming out. It was like once a month, and that's all you got. Now there's like a video every day, or 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man,
it's like, where's my content?
We are spoiled these days. All right, guys, that is all we got for that one. We'll head into hole 6.
Yeah, hole 6, par. So this is actually a par 3. The AMs, as an AM, this plays a lot more like a par 4, but it's you basically are playing up this hill out into anywhere in this field, and then it doglegs very sharply to the left, and you're trying to get into this protected green.
Wow.
It's 510 feet uphill, so very, very few people are going to have 2 looks at it. I don't actually know how you could get there as a right-handed player in one, but it's definitely too easy as a par 4 because everyone was just like had like 100-foot pitch up.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the answer is really.
Backhand roller from Brian?
Yeah, this is one of the shots that I think could actually get all the way to the pin.
That was great. Still short though, isn't he?
Yeah. But like in theory, I think that's the way that you could park it.
Okay.
Like a forehand roller for a backhand or backhand roller for a lefty.
Sure. Brandon just putting it out in the fairway. He'll pitch up and take his 3. Great drive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's see what Cameron's got for us.
Yeah, kind of the play is to aim at those branches on the right side and let your disc fade in. It's way better to be to the right than it is to be pinched left.
Better angle to the green.
Yeah, exactly.
There's Cameron's second, attacking that green. Oh, nice.
Yeah, great shot. Yeah, I mean, this one's kind of... this is probably the most, like, widely criticized of the holes for the pro division. Like, it just doesn't really make sense as a professional level hole.
Sure.
It's a really, really good AM1 par 4.
Yeah.
Like, because AMs have trouble getting to this spot. So, I don't know exactly how they would change it. Maybe they can move the tee back like 100 feet or something in the woods, or I don't know. But yeah, these guys are making short work of it.
Brian almost created some scoring separation, but not to be. And likes to go look at a bunch of threes.
Yeah, a bunch of pars out here.
Good putt from Brandon, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's kind of the thing that happens if you like the upshot is definitely the harder of the two shots, and that's like the putt you're left with if you mess it up, basically.
That's the way to miss, though. Miss right, give yourself a putt at least. If you go in earlier, not happy. There is Earhart cleaning up.
So yeah, with the ABCD loop, we are playing 22 holes on this layout. So it's 22 holes, 3 days of this, 66 holes total. So yeah, definitely a little bit longer of rounds.
That it is. There is all those threes. That's kind of what you get on that one, though. Like you were talking about. Matt's still leading the crew with the 5 as we head into hole 7.
Yeah, this is the signature hole for Connecticut. I think for the entire state. This is one of the coolest drives ever. You're throwing off a huge cliff into this big open grassy field, trying to land anywhere in the short grass, and then you got to penetrate that gap and get to this pin, which is kind of protected by these trees on the right side. New this year is a Mando at the short basket, because a lot of people would turn their disc over and go into 8's fairway, which is to the right of that tree line. So they put a Mando there on the short basket, so you kind of have to follow the fairway.
That's fair.
Yeah. We don't want people playing up 8's fairway. It was creating like speed of play issues.
Sure. Brian ripping out the forehand. Just to be hanging out with where Matt was.
What a luxury to have like a max power sidearm like that.
Yeah. God, I feel like you've got to if you want to tour as a lefty.
Yeah, for sure.
It would be tough to hang with that one. Brandon, getting a little bit of turn on this thing, but looks like it's going to work.
That looks wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
You can see the short basket there.
And the Mando sign.
Yeah.
And Cameron. This looks great.
Yeah, smashed. You're just trying to eat up as much distance as you can on this first shot. This has bounced back and forth between being a par 4 and a par 5. It's a par 4 this year.
This is a tough par 4, man.
It's a very difficult par 4.
I imagine them getting farther down the fairway off their first shots.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
To make this as a par 4. I like the play from Brian to try to get through that low ceiling area. Almost worked. He should be able to get a 4, though. Cameron. Low line drive. Oh, is that a roller?
I'm not sure if that was trying to be like a late flip roller, but it worked out.
Interesting. Yeah, he got him through the gap at least. That's a pretty easy up and down 4. And Brandon. Oh, that's high.
Man, it just feels like he's had accuracy issues all day, right? Like he's just been a little off right or left, and you cannot be that in Connecticut.
Yeah, I wonder if he's like a little afraid to plant too hard on that knee, possibly.
Yeah, that must be it.
Yeah, Matt Bell, he has a great roller game. He's showing you right here what he's got. And that's the best of the group.
Yeah, he'll have a look at that birdie 3.
That's going to be a long Matt Bell look, though.
Yeah. It's a very long Matt Bell look.
So here is Brandon. We're looking at his third, just pitching out. That gets eaten up. That's a long look for his par. Earhart. Ooh.
Also got eaten up by the grass. Yeah, so this park is private. It's really, really well maintained. Yeah, it's a private park. It's a beautiful, beautiful private park with all these gardens and stuff. But that means that the grass is like super flush and super well maintained and everything. So everything is like really sticky. I feel like this grass is like thicker than normal grass. It just grabs everything.
Lush.
Yeah, exactly.
There is Brandon giving it a go for the par, but that'll end up in a bogey. Brian also looking for a par here. See if we can step this one in. Yeah, not so much.
Yeah.
Cameron? Good 4, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Brian coming back for the bogey. This hole doesn't pile on. It does. Dang it.
He must have had something as
Yeah, you can see that bush
right?
was
Like,
real close to where he was. A little twiggy bushy thing. Matt Bell missed his birdie putt, but comes back and hits the par nicely. And 4 is a good score on this one, Mo.
Yeah, dude, 1,047 feet is not a joke.
I mean, it's a little downhill,
really...
but it's not helping on the second shot.
No.
There are some bogey and double bogey drop-ins. Brian's first bad hole, it looks like. And Matt Bell getting strokes on folks with a par there, taking his lead out to 4 on our feature card here.
Yeah, Matty Bell's playing a great round so far.
He is, and that's all we got for part 1, Mo?
Yeah, through 11 holes.
Good times. Thanks for watching this one, guys. We'll catch you in part 2.